South Coast bragging rights are at stake this afternoon as the Albion arrive at the Vitality Stadium to face Bournemouth. After the magnificent win over Manchester City last time out, to kick-start their season, Brighton are now looking for a third straight win against the Cherries. It won't be easy though, as the hosts, despite losing a host of key players in the summer, have started the season brightly. Bafodi, Diakite and Adam Smith both miss out for Bournemouth, so Andone Iraola is forced into two changes to the side that beat Spurs 1-0 before the international break. In come Belko Milivojevic for his debut and James Hill. Fabian Herzler also makes two changes to the side that beat Manchester City. James Milner and Jorginho, who excelled off the bench in that game, are both handed starts in place of Carlos Baleba and Diego Gomez. There are also places on the bench for summer signings Tommy Watson and Stefanos Tsimas, both of whom await their Premier League debuts. Evanilson straight into the action and wins a free kick straight away from Jack Hinchelwood. Both players hurt inside the opening seconds. Evanilson going down, and Jack Hinchelwood actually slips on Evanilson's hand. That's why Evanilson's hurt. Treads right on his hand there, and his ankle rolls at the same time. De Kuyper over the top. And he's hammered into the advertising hoarding there. Just skidded off the end of the pitch, straight into the hoardings. Dunk on the stretch, Semenyo with that glorious touch. Now Scott on the turn, that is a brilliant finish from Alex Scott. Bournemouth lead with a sweet strike from Alex Scott. It was too good for Verbruggen. Hit so crisply, so accurately, and it nestles firmly in the back of the Brighton net to give Bournemouth the lead. Splendid strike. Brighton are a goal down and have been forced into two changes in the first 23 minutes. Not what they would have been wishing for ahead of kickoff. Brighton need to find more forward momentum. Jorginho looks the likeliest to provide it. Here he is again. And he's looped that over the top brilliantly for Minte, who bustles forward. Minte, and at the near post, Petrovic forced into a save. Never really had it fully under control there, Yankuba Minte, running at pace. The angle was narrowing. Delightful ball over the top from Jorginho. The run excellent. Welbeck infield, Minte going for goal. Petrovic forced into a near post save, which he makes comfortably. Jorginho has to turn back to the right-hand side and then scoops it over the top, looking for Minte. Truffert with him. Minte bent it across, great delivery, 1-1! Kaoru Mitoma sneaking in at the back post gives Brighton the perfect start to the second half. The two wide men combine. Minte teasing his marker and then whipping over an absolutely delightful cross. And all Mitoma had to do was get his head on it and guide it into the empty net. Petrovic nowhere, and Brighton from absolutely nowhere are all square at 1-1 thanks to Kaoru Mitoma. And now Mitoma racing away again, Brighton pouring forward at every opportunity. Mitoma can't find his man, drops to Ayari. Kadioglu Ayari again, Kadioglu down the line. It's going to fall for Matoma. Out wide to Minte, who brings it under his spell. Can Minte create again? Minte, he's into the box. Minte, side netting. Did it come off a Bournemouth player? I think it did. Beats Truffaut. And then the deflection takes it wide. Milner into Jorginho. Lovely turn from him. Corner Brighton. Milner in. And it bobbles just wide from Danny Welbeck. Petrovic was scrambling, he was stretching, he was worried. He didn't catch it well at all, Danny Welbeck, but it was almost perfectly in the corner. Van Hecken knows how close it was. Truffaut, Brooks, fizzed across. What a delivery from him. End to end now. What a game we have on our hands. Oh, given away by Dunk. Rather careless from the captain. Tavernier doesn't have much by way of support, but he's found Evan Nielsen. Evan Nielsen, he goes down. Bournemouth penalty. Dear oh dear, Brighton, their own worst enemy there. Bournemouth have a chance to retake the lead. Semenyo versus Verbruggen. Semenyo rolls it in. Bournemouth retake the lead. Calmly done by Antoine Semenyo. And Bournemouth, the better side in the first half, but they've looked up against it in the second. Have found their way back into the lead, courtesy of a penalty. And it's Antoine Semenyo who's all smiles. There's a state of play. Time ticking away from Brighton. Minte. Minte plays it out to Dunk. Neat back heel. Minte skips in field. Minte, and it fizzed goalwards. Senesi with the block. It was the Minte hit. That was flying in. Senesi helping out his goalkeeper. And there is the final whistle. It's Bournemouth who are celebrating at the end of this one. Brighton got themselves back into it at the start of the second half, but were second best in the first and were pipped by an Antoine Semenyo penalty. A second defeat on the road to start the season. It ends at the Vitality Stadium. Bournemouth 2, Albion 1.